Hello guys, it's Pant3ra from WCReplays.com. Anyway, so today's matchup is OGK2 versus Who Is, aka Pant3ra. Get this replay paused at the 2-minute mark with OGK2's point of view. So I'll just go over the reason why I felt like playing Night Elf. For one, it's a lot easier to mask games with Night Elf than Undead, in my opinion, because first of all, with Undead, you're really limited on your hero choices and stuff. Don't get me wrong too, by the way, guys. I'll still be doing Undead audio commentaries. I just figured, what the hell, I'll switch it up, and do a Night Elf commentary. I haven't seen a Night Elf commentary for a while. And, by the time this gets out, Freak's audio commentary on Orc versus Human, I believe, on Two Rivers, Yurick and Freak did one. It's not out yet, but it'll be out soon. So, anyways, so Freak's not doing Night Elf. Cygnus came back, so that's good, but I don't know, there's not that many elf commentaries, and I play them now, so what the hell. And so the reason why I decided to play elf is because both my accounts got stolen because I'm a retard and I have the same password. I had the same password for both of the accounts, and so I figured, what the hell, I'll just play elf on an account, mess around with the elf on solo, and see how it goes. Pretty fun. And if anyone's listening to this that jacked my account, so if I find out if it was you or anyone, I'll go to your house and right when you're sleeping, I'll bring a camera, I'll teabag you right on the forehead, and I'll take a picture, and then I'll post it all over WC Replays, or at least hopefully until I get banned for posting bad images or explicit images or whatever. Alright, so let's get this unpaused in 3, 2, 1, unpause. Alright. When you're going when you're going Night Elf on Echo Isles, you can pretty much expect a Blade Master from the Orc. Pretty much, actually, the Orc always goes Blade Master against every race on Echo Isles, I believe. So, the Demon Hunter is definitely a good idea first choice because it kind of fends off the Blade Master from harassing you as much. If you keep mana burning him, if he can't windwalk, he's not gonna be that much of a harassment. It's not gonna be that much of a problem. So right now, OG brings an Archer and a DH because he's going the Archer builds with the Mass Dot strat, which I'll be explaining later. And he's just gonna take out that Wizard for now before the Blade Master can get to it, because the Blade Master creeps his Wizard solo, as we all know, and that's not good. So he's going to take that out as soon as he can. So while he's taking that out, I'm going to explain. Alright, Night Elf on this map, you pretty much want to go a bunch of summoning heroes after your Demon Hunter gets out. You want to go Beastmaster and Firelord, and you want to get Mastery to the Talons, Mass Dots. And the reason for that is because there's 3 fountains on this map, obviously, and the one in the middle is a fountain of mana. So if you just camp there after you get done fighting, they get all their cyclones back. It's bad game for the Orc, and the Orc really it's really bad for the Orc because they have no good anti-spellcasters. I think Doug was explaining in one of his audio commentaries how one of the best anti-spellcasters that aren't even really meant to be anti-spellcasters for Orc is Wyverns. And Wivs are just out of the question. Wind Riders, whatever they're called now, they're just out of the question for against Night Elf, because you turn those dots into whatever crow form. I forgot. I've only been playing Night Elf for 5 days, so shut up. Anyways, you turn them into the birdie form. Yeah, we'll call it the birdie form. Alright, so you turn it into that, and they pretty much just own the Wind Riders, especially if the Wind Riders have Fairy Fire on them and all that good stuff. And if it's not working out, you just get a couple Hippogriffs, 1 or 2, that's all you need, because they'll start massing the Bat Riders on you. Anyways, it's not good. So, their only anti-spellcaster is, for this map, the best bet would be to go Spirit Walkers, because there's a mana fountain in the middle, and so they'll have pretty much unlimited disenchant, even though disenchant is pretty pricey with mana and everything. So they're pretty limited onto that, and they have a fair amount when they have when they're upgraded and whatnot, and they've been to the Fountain of Mana and whatever. Alright, so the Beastmaster, I'll be explaining more of that later. The Beastmaster is going to creep solo while the DH just harasses and scouts. It's pretty much all the DH is being used for right now. You don't need to stress on your Demon Hunter getting a high level. You need to worry about your Beastmaster and Firelord and all your summoning heroes getting to a high level, because that's what you're going to need for tanks. You're going to need those summons to tank, and try not to have any of the orc units get to those dots. You want to get those all cycloned. You don't want any damage output done to your dots. Alright, the Demon Hunter still scouting, the Beastmaster still creeping, the Blade Master's harassing now. And alright, also what I was going to say too was about the whole dot thing. If you're going against Raiders and Spirit Walkers and Pults, and the first thing you want to do is cyclone the Spirit Walkers, obviously. I know it's not, I've just seen some people do some really stupid stuff. Anyway, so you first obviously cyclone the Spirit Walkers. Now, if you can't get all three of them, because they usually will go 3 or 4, if you can't get all 3 or 4 of them, and they keep disenchanting your cyclone, after a while your cooldown's going to get to you, or your mana's going to get to you, and you're not going to have any mana left. So, if you can't get those Spirit Walkers and they just keep disenchanting, because the orc's smart, and he just keeps disenchanting right when you cyclone the first Spirit Walker, he disenchants it, you better just TP out of there if your unit's already ensnared, because you're going to end up losing a lot more units if you don't TP out and just try to, on the next try to get all of the Spirit Walkers cycloned, as opposed to if you were to just be a noob and sit there while you had dots focus firing Raiders, which take reduced damage, or no extra damage from the dots and whatever. So yeah, that's not good. Yeah, reduced damage. So anyways, yeah, it's definitely worth, you just really gotta know when to TP out and when not to. And it's easier to know when not to TP out than it is to know when to TP out. And I don't know, more games on solo will help you with that. But as far as if you don't get those Spirit Walkers and they keep disenchanting all your cyclones, and it's useless. You just want to TP out, regain all your health at the fountains, regain all your mana at the fountains, all that. Okay, so right now he's still scouting with his Demon Hunter, creeping with the Beastmaster. About this time, maybe a little later on, the orc love to expand against the mass dot strat right around this time, because Night Elf can't really do anything about it. The Night Elf doesn't want to go on a head-on battle right now. He only has rank 1 Adept, Druid of the Talons. So the Night Elf does not want to fight right here. It's not good. It's just going to be a bunch of ensnared units against a bunch of fairy fired units, and obviously the Raiders are going to win if they were to fight head on right now. Alright, so the Demon Hunter got ensnared and had to waste a TP because the guy is just massing the hell out of Raiders because he knows what is going to happen and all that. So Demon Hunter just TP'd out without wasting any time or life, and he picks up his Firelord right about now. Right now, he does pick up his Firelord. So he summons a spawn, and those spawns are really great for when you're fighting. They respawn into a bunch of little spawns, lava spawns, and then you got a whole army at the end. It's just bad news for the orc, because, like I said, their dispel sucks. Alright, so the Blade Master's just keeping on a constant harass. I'm gonna take the Fog of War off, actually. So now, alright, so the orc has an expansion. It's been going up for quite some time now. And you see the Tauren Chieftain chilling at the Mana Fountain with the Raiders. There's a couple reasons for this. It's a good idea on the orc's part, is to keep those dots from going there so they don't have as many cyclones, and also the Tauren Chieftain will have more shockwaves. And you're going to want that AoE versus them dots. And right now, looking on all of the Night Elf's heroes, he has no healing scrolls, which is an absolute must you want to do. Sorry. So now they're into a battle. He's moving his dots into the Mana Fountain so he can get more cyclones. And the orc does not want this. The Blade Master is pretty much soloing off those dots. He's going on his own, focusing those dots, while the raiders are focusing all the other stuff and the grunts and whatnot. Now in this battle right here, what you want to do is you want to cyclone all the raiders, and then whatever mana you have left, do it on the Blade Master and whatnot, because the grunts take extra damage from magic damage, and they do reduced damage to the dots. Or not reduced, my bad. Regular damage. I'm an idiot, I know. Anyways, they do regular damage to the dots. So it's not good if it's grunts versus dots with no ensnare. You can just micro them back, turn them into Storm Crow, or Crow, and Storm Crow. See, I got that name right the whole time. Whatever. So turn them into little birdies. I'll just say that still, and they'll fly off, and it'll be all good. Okay. And grunts obviously can't attack air, so it's a good advantage if you get all those raiders up and cycloned first, because he has no spirit walkers yet and all that good stuff. Alright, so now he's going to the shop to creep that out and hopefully grab a healing scroll. This replay is really long, by the way, guys, so yeah, I can't remember every single bit of it. Yes, I did watch the replay and everything, and yes, I know what I'm talking about, I think, hopefully. Yeah, he did grab a healing scroll, but the Blade Master forced him to use it because he started focusing on the Demon Hunter. So he does not have enough. He got a second one. All right, that's good. And now he knows that expansion has gone up. Alright, if you turn on the Fog of War, you don't see an expo, but he knows that there's an expo there because all orcs will expand there, and if they don't, they're pretty much guaranteed to lose, because they need that extra income and everything. And also, it's like the Night Elf can't do anything about it before the Cyclone hits, so it's definitely a must for the orc. And also too, the dots, they do magic damage. They do 11 to 13 magic damage, so they can't just run into the expansion, hit it a couple times like bears, and it'll be gone. It's going to take a while. As you see right here, Pant3ra saw that his dots came in there. It's not doing much damage to his expansion, so he's running in with raiders, which do a great deal of damage towards buildings. He's going to take stuff out and force OG to go and buy a TP and TP in there to try to save his base, and the orc just got a building off that. So it was more of an advantage towards the orc. Even though the orc lost all his peons on the expo, he still forced a TP, which is 350 gold, and he killed an Ancient of Wind and damaged another one, which he's going to have to repair or eat trees or something like that. So that's going to stop his dot production a little bit. Right now the orc doesn't want to fight this. He doesn't have spirit walkers out yet, and if all his stuff gets cycloned, it's going to be a whole army versus whatever isn't cycloned, which is probably going to be like 1 or 2 units. Probably just the heroes versus a whole army. So that won't be great at all. So right now they're just running around, and we're going to speed this up. And no, because they're about to fight. Alright. And he's running away. Sorry. We're going to speed this up in 3, 2, 1, 2x speed. Go. So he's chasing him, and mana burn, whatever. He's going to finish off this expansion. The orc doesn't want to fight that still. He doesn't have enough spirit walkers. He needs the spirit walkers. He just got 3 out. And now the Night Elf is running up and around, checking around. They're just sitting, camping pretty much. Saying, I'm going to own you, and the other guy's like, no, I'm not going to own you. The dots get to the mana fountain first, which is a bad idea. Alright, now 1x speed. Alright, I'm at 1454, 1455, 1456. Alright, sorry about that. I pressed 1x speed before I told you guys to. But alright, 1503, 1504. Alright, so now they're going to start they're just running back and forth right now. The Demon Hunter is going to use invisibility potion in a second. And yep, there he goes, uses invisibility potion. The reason for that is seeing how many spirit walkers there are, and he sees that there is 4. So he pretty much knows he's going to need to run those dots up there right away, cyclone all 4 of those before they can disenchant anything.